know it's the NHL and nobody feels sorry for anybody else. But when you look at Dallas having to start the season with then the snowstorms and now that schedule, basically 4 games a week the rest of the way, how tough is that on the players, especially when you're chasing a playoff spot?
It's certainly difficult. There's no doubt about it. They'll have lots of games of it. I think it was difficult for the teams like us that played through the COVID issues that we had. So everybody's got their difficulties.
Would you rather have the schedule or rather have the game in hand going down the stretch in a position like that?
You'd rather have a healthy lineup every night and the schedule spread out as much as possible. I mean, it is what it is. Like, they got to play the schedule.
Thanks, Blash.
Yep.
Next up, Helene St. James, Detroit Free Press.
Jeff, we're coming up now 7 weeks without Tyler. Any update on Bertuzzi?
Not much, he's not skating right now. So he's gone back and forth between skating and not skating. And right now he's not skating. So that certainly doesn't make him close at all. He's obviously then not practicing. I think the first step is to skate over a longer period of time than what he's done. He's kind of gone in spurts of 2 or 3 days. And then this had to kind of come off it. So if he can go, probably on his own, build up of 4 or 5 days and then into practice. So, I mean, he's a ways out.
Has surgery been explored and ruled out? Given how much time has passed?
Yeah, right now, obviously, we've got great medical people and they look at everything and make the decision on a day-to-day basis on what's best for the player and what's best for him short-term, what's best for him long-term. So they'll continue to do that. And
I know he played in that January 30th game, but was it something that happened in the prior game? Correct.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's something that happened or, he was hurt going into the last game he played. He was not at 100%, like a lot of our guys play at not at 100%. And, I think that game he didn't finish the game and now, he's been out for a while.
So is it something that kind of had been bothering him or?
Honestly, Helene, it was a long time ago. Leading up to that, I can't tell you how much it had been bothering him up to that point.
And I know you focus on who's available, but I mean, it was almost 2 months. Is there fear that he might not be able to come back this season? You said yourself, obviously he's 2 months behind now and he's going to need, you can't have him practice once and put him in.
No. He'll need plenty of time. We're only going to do what's best for Tyler in the long term first, and so, if it's not what's best for Tyler in the long term, then I think everything's on the table right now. I really don't know. And I'm not trying to be vague with you. I'm not trying to, I just don't know the answer. And so we're just going to have to take it day by day. And, we are focused on the guys that are available to us. Obviously Tyler's a big piece for our team. He's a great person. These are prime, this is a prime of his career right now. And it's really unfortunate. And, I feel bad for Tyler. I feel bad for our hockey team. We're a better team with him. But all those things, we got to focus on what's ahead of us today, and he's got to focus on getting himself healthy.
How is he doing? When you've talked to him,
it sucks. But he's also, it is what it is, and you got to work through it. So, I don't think anybody that's injured enjoys it. It's a shitty spot to be in, but it is what it is.
Lastly, just he's such a gritty, in-your-face player. Does that make it even harder, to come back at anything less than 100%? Because he's in areas where, guys are sticking their sticks into him and slashing and whacking away and.
I would just say this: there's lots that go into injuries, and the one thing that you can never come back if you're going to risk further injury. So that's one thing that we always look at. If there's a significant risk to further injury by coming back, we'll never put a player back in the game. Then it comes down to can you play like you're 100%? So you don't feel 100%, but nobody in the stands, nobody on TV, nobody knows that you're not 100% because of how you play. It doesn't affect your play that much. It certainly doesn't look like it, so those are the things that we look at, but we certainly will never put him in a position where it's going to hurt, where it would risk more significant injury.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next up, Ted Colfin, Detroit News.
Jeff, just like on the flip side of an injury like that, how about just the way Danny DeKeyser's come back after that, that couple weeks where he sat? Are you impressed or encouraged by the way he's playing and he's come back since then?
One thing Danny has he had this even early in the season. He's always had this. He's got real good hockey smarts. So I think Danny, again, to what I just talked about, I don't think anybody necessarily plays 100%, and he's still not 100%. He's not, his strength and his power aren't where they were a year ago, and aren't where the majority of players on our team are. But I think he uses his smarts to still be an effective hockey player. But I also, the trend of those things that I talked about, the strength and the power, continues to go in the right direction. And so as long as those continue to go in the right direction, it just makes him a more effective hockey player. But his smarts allow him to play less than 100% of his output.
The way you guys played against Tampa and Carolina, it's got to give you guys some confidence, right? Is that a tangible thing? You can definitely carry that forward, you think, a little bit?
Without a doubt, especially honestly, like if you really look at it, the last Carolina game, the first Carolina game was a game that was up for grabs. Either team could have won. I don't think we gave much up. They didn't give much up. Neither team generated a whole bunch. It was one of those tight checking games. The last Carolina game to me was, I think they, I don't know if they felt this way or not, but it looked like they played good. We played good. The pace of the game was extremely fast. I think the way we played in that series, and I think the way we've played through the last little bit, and honestly through parts of the year when we've been healthy, is totally repeatable. And if it's repeatable, and then you add some scoring that we've been able to add here lately, whether it be on the power play or just 5-on-5, now you put yourself in position to win more of those close games. And so, those are two of the best teams in the league, without a doubt. They're both fairly healthy. And I thought we went toe to toe with both those teams. And so does it give us confidence? It should. If we play the right way, meaning playing fast, managing the puck, and playing good defensively, then we put ourselves in position to win hockey games.
Super. Thanks.
Yep.
Next up, Max Boltman with The Athletic.
Hey, Jeff, sorry if you've answered this in the past, but have you ruled out, is it a head injury for Bertuzzi?
Nope.
Okay. And then with Hronek, he was obviously up top again last night. Is that an area, I know you like him on the flank, but is he getting more comfortable there and maybe more effective up top?
Yeah, that was the best Phillips played on the power play, probably since I've known him, especially up top. He on the flank, he can really shoot it. He gets that one-timer off, but I thought he attacked the power play the other night as good as any top guy I've seen. He was a shot threat every single time. I think part of that is he's got two big guys in front that have pretty good sticks. And so I think he feels like it's not a wasted shot when he throws pucks in there. It's got a chance to go in. And then once he becomes a shot threat, now he can distribute as well. And so, I thought he was as good as he's been up top, certainly all season, and probably that I've seen him play up there.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next up, Ansar Khan, M Live.
Yeah, Jeff, do you have an update on Bobby Ryan?
Bobby skated today. His is, I would say, a truer day to day. He's not going to play tonight. He's out tonight. I hope to have him available for the next game.
And everybody who played the last game available tonight?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
That's it for us this morning. Thanks, everyone.